I know a great deal about death. As a young missionary, I lived for many years in a country that was torn apart by war. In that time, 23,000 people died. Sometimes to get the mail, I would have to walk over a dead body. The beauty of man is destroyed by death. The hope of all men destroyed by death. In my family, it has been torn apart by death. My brother was killed when he was 6 years old. My father died in my arms in the middle of a field. And a few years ago, I preached the funeral of my sister. I know much about death, but death is too strong of an enemy to overcome. No matter how much you wrestle him, no matter how much you fight against him, no matter how much you live in self-denial that he is not going to knock on your door, know this, that he is coming for you. And there is nothing you can do about it. As David said, there is but a few steps between me and death. Within just a few years, some of you will be dead. Within 25 years, many more of you will be dead. And with 100 years, not only all of us will be dead, but we will be forgotten. All our hopes will be crushed. Every memory of whatever we have done will be erased. And of all creatures, we are most pitiful, because not only is death coming for us, we know it. You know it, and you know it. You do everything in your power to push it out of your thoughts. But he's coming for you, maybe even this evening. He's coming for your children, and there's nothing you can do. But there is one who has faced death head on. There is one, a mighty warrior, who went into death's stronghold and defeated him in his strongest place. There is one who has overcome man's greatest enemy. His name is Jesus Christ. And he bore the sins of the world. And he died upon a tree. And he paid for the very thing that is the cause of our death. And on the third day, the Father raised him from the dead. And on the third day, the Holy Spirit raised him from the dead. And on the third day, he raised himself from the dead. And now the smallest, weakest believer can look death right in the face and say, "Oh, death, where is your victory? Grave, where is your sting? Sin, where is your power? You who have devoured nations, you will devour no more." You see, the gospel is good news, great news. God is crying out to you about it. Did not Paul the apostle himself say, "I am pleading with you, but it is though God is pleading with you through me"? Why will you live a life that has no meaning? Why will you live a life that literally is going to fall apart? Why will you allow yourself to be swallowed up by death? Why don't you come to Christ? What is holding you? What is this thing that has control of your mind and your heart? Come to Christ. You say, "Oh, it's too good to be true." It is true. You say, "Oh, I'm too great a sinner." You are not greater than the Christ, are you? You do not have more power than his grace, do you? Come to him.